Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why is the world always feels like it's on fire? And it's just that moment when you turn on the TV or you start scrolling on your phone. Even just for 2 minutes, you're suddenly hit with disasters and negative energies and just war and sadness, crime and pain, and you just can't look away. And that's not an accident, it's actually a programming and it is an energetic warfare. And the media just doesn't share information. It also curates our emotions. It shapes the frequency of our collective by bombarding us with images and stories which keep us locked in fear, outrage, and helplessness. Most of us don't even realize how it's affecting us, how it's affecting our nervous system, our relationships, and basically our souls and our lives. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the spiritual and energetic cost of focusing on these things and sharing these negative world events. I want to show you how it isn't just about staying informed, but it's about how your sacred energy is being hijacked and how to take it back. So, we all know that where your attention goes, your energy flows. So, energy is everything, and you've definitely heard of this before, and everything is energy as well. And what most people forget is that your attention, so your focus and your attention, is actually your currency. Every time you click on a headline that is soaked in fear, and every time you repost something that triggers outrage, every time you speak about something that's like a tragedy without grounding, you are sending energy into that frequency. The reason why I want to talk about this today was I had deleted my Instagram and I downloaded it back just to check on some things, and I was just bombarded with people posting stories about how I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it because it was just making me really upset how people are just sharing these negative things. And just from me seeing that, I felt upset and angry. So imagine just having like a big following, even if you don't have a big following, sharing that with the wild world is just creating this flow of energy where you're just creating more and more negativity. And where your energy grows, sorry, where your energy goes, it just grows. And you're just affecting loads of people, not just yourself, even if you do it with good intention. You think that you're just sharing it for awareness and just to stay informed, but energetically you're just adding fuel to the fire, because someone might see that and feel a certain way, and they now feel that pain and they might go home and talk about it, and it might start a fight. So you just, you don't know where this energy is going, and it doesn't change. The negativity stays negative. The collective field that we all live in is invisible, and it's like an energetic web, and it's being shaped by billions of emotional reactions every single day. And right now, most of that energy is chaotic, low, and ungrounded with the world events that is going on at the moment. And to be honest, these things are not really new. There's always been stuff going on in the world that's negative and not great. So if you're with someone who actually cares about the world, and if you're someone that actually wants to help, ask yourself in honesty, is sharing that story raising the vibration of fear, or is it helping you, or is it helping someone else? And let's get real for a moment, because the media is not neutral, and it is not just informing you. You will see that it is just programming. We have loads of different media channels and programs that you can watch, but they will all be sending you the exact same energy and the same headlines and the same information. These stories are written to hijack your nervous system. They are written to install the fear in you. And certain images are chosen to trigger panic and disgust and despair. Have you ever seen something good on the news? Because I still haven't. And to this day, I don't think there will ever be. Sometimes maybe there are some positive things, like a marathon or something, but the negative things are really, really negative. The images that we see, the things that they broadcast out into the world of people of all ages and things, it's really horrible. And outrage is really profitable at this point, and fear is profitable, and division is profitable. Because when you're afraid, you consume more. I saw this when, I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago. I had someone close to me who was affected by something that was going on in the world. And she was so upset. She would sit down all day watching the news, and same thing going on her phone, and she would just feel horrible. And it didn't help her at all. And her energy became very negative, and it would be now affecting the people that would be living with her. So this just shows that when you consume that negative energy, that energy doesn't disappear, because that's just not how the energies work. Some fly on me. So in one way or form, he will be sending that same energy to someone else or to another situation. And when you're triggered, you start to share information without even thinking. And when you're angry, you usually engage more and consume more of the things that you're seeing. And this is strategic energetic manipulation. Everything that you see is manipulating your energy and your energy field and your mind. It keeps people reactive, anxious, disempowered, and addicted. I've spoken about this in my previous videos, how different emotional different emotions have different frequencies, and the things that we're seeing on the media is definitely keeping us in the lower frequencies of fear, anxiety, hopelessness. And over time, you start to stop trusting your inner voice. You start outsourcing your emotional reality to the next headline. You stop being the creator of your life and become a sponge for those collective chaos and chaotic situations. And that is exactly how the media brainwashes us, and not through facts, but through frequency. There could be, I mean, thinking about it now, we all know that this life is not really real and probably is some kind of simulation. We will never know. But just the fact that we are being bombarded by certain things, we don't even know if it's true. And it's just through a frequency and not through facts that we are feeling this way. And the more we let that energy into our field, the more we become carriers of it, and we pass it along in our group, in our chats, in our stories, in our conversations. And it's not just trauma, it's now becoming like contagious. You're literally spreading it around the world. And collectively, people are feeling worse and worse, and there is no positivity going around. And to go deeper, when you share something negative, even with good intentions, you are essentially amplifying its presence in the field. You're saying, hey, look at this news, feel this, carry this, feel my pain, have a look at it, see it. It's really just this amplifying of fear and the negative energies. And everyone who sees it, whether it's consciously or not, is now holding a bit of that weight. It's like, if you think about it, if you're walking down a busy street and someone hits you with their arm, and you like start getting angry and pissed off and start swearing, you now carry that energy, and you probably will pass it on to the next person, and it's just the same thing. And when a million of people share the same fear, we build this wall of fear in the collective field. And this isn't just a metaphor, this is something you can really feel, especially now with the things that is going on around us. You feel it when you walk into a room full of panic. You feel it when you our own conversations with your friends, and all that is being talked about, the negative things that are going on. You feel it when you are scrolling for way too long, and your body is feeling tense, and your mood is low, and your heart is literally racing. And what happens when everyone is in that state? We become easy to control, and we become easy to divide. This makes me super, super upset. When we are sharing these things, everything in the world is just either you pick this side or this side. So whatever you're sharing, you are choosing, and you're contributing to the fact that there is a divide. There is no divide. We are all one. And since we keep sharing these things, we are basically making it real that there is a divide, even though we are not. We are all one. And it makes it easier to keep everyone disconnected from their own power, joy, and vision as well. And that's why spiritual protection isn't just about crystals or sage or meditating. It's really about fiercely discerning with what you consume and what you also transmit and put out into the world. You are a frequency holder, and your vibration is either contributing to the fear or dissolving it. So of course it's good to be aware of the things that are going on in the world, but why would you be going around and sharing it? Like, what good does that do to the world or to the people around you? I just don't understand it. So perhaps there are solutions to this, and this isn't about sticking your head in the sand, and it's about learning how to care consciously, not chaotically. And these are some of the things that I do. And number one is that I limit my exposure. I've deleted all news apps from my devices, and I never look at them. I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV. Sometimes I watch like Netflix, but very rarely. And if I do read something, if I do see news, I don't do it on autopilot. I choose what enters my fields because I respect my energy, and I respect my mind and what I want to put into myself and the world. And I also regulate before I react to the news I see or to the stuff I read. If I see something painful, I pause and I try to take a deep breath, and I just ask, like, is this mine to carry? Is this mine to share? Because I also see so many people that share things or get angry about things which is not really theirs to do. And the next thing I do is I transmute the energy. So if I don't just scroll and cry. I close my eyes and I send light, and I visualize peace and pray if I feel called to. I always, when I see sad stuff that I feel really, really bad about, and I feel uncomfortable after seeing it, I just saw a drone. That's funny. I always wish for peace, and I always send love. I always close my eyes and I put my hands together, and I'm like sending them so much love and peace and healing, because that's all I want in the world. I want everyone to be happy. I don't want there to be division, because we are all one and nothing should be separating us. The only thing that's separating us is the things that we are putting in our heads. And number 4 is I lead by example. So many people around me do the things that I've just talked about, and I just try to speak up about the fact that it is not good for them, and try to lead them to a way which they will not be sharing those things and not be consuming so much of the bad news. And I speak about the world that will empower them and how they feel, and not disempower. So when there are situations going on and they're like, oh, what do you think about this, and how do you think about this, I always try to, say, I love all people and all things. I want there to be peace, because that's truly what I want, and that's what I truly think is the truth. And I try to raise the energy, not recycle the fear and make it even worse. So you don't have to repost everything to prove that you care, because I think nowadays, in the age of social media, it's like, if there is something going on and you're not posting about it, then maybe people are thinking like, oh, this person doesn't care. But why do you even care about what people think about what you post? So reposting something doesn't mean you care or that you don't care, because it's not something for you to share publicly. And you don't have to spread your despair to be informed. Like, I am aware of the things that are going on, but I don't think that I have to share it with everyone and say, look how painful this is and look how sad this is. That doesn't make me informed. That just spreads the negativity. So you don't have to share those news in order for you to feel like you're informed, because I feel like that's the one excuse that a lot of people have, like, oh, be informed about what's going on in the world. Like, I am informed and I don't need to share it. And you don't have to traumatize your nervous system daily to feel like you're awake and aware of what's going on, because, like I said, a lot of these situations and events that's happening, it is affecting our nervous system heavily, and it is making things hard for you to feel like there is peace and settlement in the world. And your peace is powerful, and your joy is rebellion to the system that is brainwashing us. And your groundedness is protection for you and everyone around you. So next time you go share something, or you start to talk about something, or even see or read something, just pause and feel into it and ask, what energy am I about to send out into the world? Is this going to benefit anyone, or is it just going to recycle the fear and pain? Because you're not just a receiver, you're also a transmitter, and your frequency is shaping our reality and the collective consciousness around us. If this message spoke to something inside you, I would like you to share it with someone who might need it. And let's shift the conversation. Let's become keepers of peace, not just for ourselves, but for the world that we're co-creating. Thank you for watching. Lots of love.